spin it. Yeah, that's better. People that are joining us at home, we will start in 1 minute. I'm going to switch to other audio. Make sure we're going. Okay. If anyone at home who can hear this can put into the chat whether or not the sound is okay. Andrew, if you can hear this, just say, sounds good. Gnome is back for a second class. Senpai Tan is here. And again, could someone confirm to me that the sound... Okay, sound is okay, says Senpai Tan. Great, sound is good. Great, all right, cool, we're good to go. We'll give another 30 seconds for people to show up, and then we'll get started. Maya says hi. Hello, Maya. We'll see you in a little bit. It's funny, I'm starting to get used to so many of the Zoom classes, and so not seeing you guys is actually becoming like a rarity, and it's something I'm less used to firing this off without seeing you. Theodore is here. Maya is super happy that I said her name. Yes, world famous on this Facebook with 20 people following. All right, let's line up. Let's second and third spots. Yep. And everyone, shins and bow. Ice. Courtesy here. Ice. Senpai Adri. Ice. Senpai Christian. Ice. We haven't done this, but we should. Let's also bow. Why don't you guys bow to the camera? Any black belts at home training with us? With senpais. Senseis. Feet together, hands together. Moxo. So you make and Nari. Once again, shins and bow. And take off any stands, move around and shout out. Let's go. Oh, Gabriel's here. I haven't seen him in one of these classes. Great. So I'll say this in general to people joining the class who have not done one of our online classes before. Most of you have, but if you haven't, a couple of ideas. We realize that when you're training out of the house, it's hard to make it feel like you're in the dojo. And so you want to do as many things as you can. I recommend, even when you're not visible, that you wear at least part of your gi. Gi pants, t-shirt, whole full gi, whatever you prefer. But it puts you in the right mindset. A uniform serves that purpose. Second thing is, don't do anything you wouldn't do in the dojo. No bathroom breaks, no water breaks. Try to avoid being distracted by other stuff. In the case of a traditional karate class, I wouldn't put music on in the background. In the case of the jiu-jitsu class or any kind of conditioning class, sure, go ahead. But not to, try basically to mimic as much as you can. There are a couple of advantages to being an online version. One of the main advantages, I mentioned this last week, is the fact that in class, if you're not able to keep up and you got to stop and watch it, you can't really do that. If you stop and just watch this combination, you get it physically in the way of other people. Not the case at home. So if we do something difficult, if we do something that's a little bit over your head, just stop. Watch the first one or two. Anytime I've gone and taken a yoga class or I've taken anything I don't know very well, I have no shame whatsoever about stopping and watching the first iteration, the first rep, and then copy it on the second or the third. And yamen. Very good. On your own, stretch out any way you'd like. I recommend to make sure you don't forget the upper body as well. Stretch your shoulders and your back and your chest. It's a subtle thing, but maybe you've noticed that in these Facebook classes in particular that I move the camera around. I don't always have the same, I don't have class always from the same angle. This is not an accident. When you come and take class, you stand in different spots in the room. Sometimes you're at one end, sometimes you're at the other. If you're a lower belt, you're usually in the back line, but not always. And so that's one of the reasons that I shoot this from a different angle, different times, because you'll have different views of the room on different days. Same idea here. Okay, let's stand. And then 2 gentlemen here, turn around and take 1 step back. A little better view. Yeah, we can both face the same way to start. And yoi. Right leg forward, right stand shindachi, both hands up like always. Kamaite. Both fists out, right fist pull back, punching to the stomach slow and strong with a deep breath. Ready, ich. Ni. Sun. Chi. Go. Rook. Punching full speed. Ich. Ni. Sun. Chi. Go. Rook. Sich. Hatch. Ku. Jo.
Yeah.
Bring it up to the face. Hello, Alex. Maybe Matthew also. Slow and strong. Ich. Ni. Sun. Chi. Go. Rook. Punching fast. Ich. Ni. Sun. Chi. Go. Rook. Sich. Hatch. Ku. Jo.
Yeah.
Bring the punch down. Gedan Suki. Last set of Ibuki. Ich. Ni. Sun. Chi. Go. Rook. Punching fast. Ich. Ni. Sun. Chi. Go. Rook. Sich. Hatch. Ku. Jo.
Yeah.
San Wansuki. Jodan. Shudan. Gedan. Right away full speed. And ich. Ni. Sun. Chi. Go. Rook. Sich. Hatch. Ku. Ju.
Yeah.
With a ki on the third punch. Ready? Ich.
Yeah.
Ni.
Yeah.
Sun.
Yeah.
Chi.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
Rook.
Yeah.
Sich.
Yeah.
Hatch.
Yeah.
Ku.
Yeah.
Ju.
Yeah.
Reversing it. Gedan, Chudan, Jodan. And ich. Ni. Sun. Chi. Go. Rook. Sich. Hatch. Ku. Ju.
Yeah.
Very good. Right leg pulls back. Cross your arms and gnaw right on the outside. Very good. Down on your stomach. Push up position. And 30 seconds. Go. Ten more seconds, that is. However many push-ups that might work out for you. And down. Onto your back. 30 seconds from here. Begin. Host Michael Baez, always good to see you in that class. And 30 seconds, stretch out any way you'd like. I recommend with any and all core work that you mix it up a lot. That your body adapts very quickly. It's a lot of muscles working pretty well to not lift a huge amount of weight in your upper body and your legs. And so the more you mix up the different exercises, the more you add what they call muscle confusion, making your body kind of have to adapt to something new, because otherwise it's going to adapt really well to crunches and you're just not going to do anything anymore. You're going to do them over and over and it's just not going to have the effect that you want. We're going to come back with a bunch of kicks, so stretch your legs out. And a word of caution at home. So, always be aware that your feet have far less dexterity and awareness than your hands do. And so you have a sense with your hand. Let me give you a very simple example. If I asked you to reach out and almost touch my nose, but not touch my nose with your finger, you'd be able to do it like almost perfectly every time. And you just almost touch, but not quite. If I asked you to do that with your foot, you'd probably kick me in the nose about 2/3 of the time or miss entirely. You don't have that kind of dexterity with your feet. So when you're in your apartment or in your house, wherever you could throw a whole bunch of punches in the air, and the odds of you accidentally punching a wall are really small. but the chance that you're going to hit your foot into something is way higher. You don't have quite the awareness. So everyone look around you, make sure that there's no chance you're going to kick something, bash open a toe on something. Or of course, because your kicks are so powerful, you know, axe kick a grand piano in half or something. You wouldn't want that. Those are expensive to replace. Okay, let's stand up. Let's work on some kicks. Baptiste is here now as well. Okay, and yoy. We're going to go through a lot of kicks, but not a ton of each one, so we can really get in this practice. So let's see. Where you are here is fine. Actually, why don't we go, actually turn and face the camera and take a step back towards the column and a step to your left towards the column. Perfect. Okay, so you'll get a side view from Senpai Christian and a straight on view from Senpai Adri on all of the kicks. Right where we are, Fudo Dachi, both hands up either side of your face. Kamaite. Good. So hands are up, feet are shoulder width apart. What I'd like to see you do on any of the kicks, you know, sometimes I'll notice people, even in something as simple as front snap kick, they don't shift their weight first, they just fire, and then it's like catching your balance on the way down. I'm exaggerating there, of course, but only a little. I'll see kick and then catch it. Get your weight over to the other leg. Get your weight over. So if I wanted to, I could throw 2 kicks. I could just throw a second one. It wouldn't be a big deal. But get the weight over to the balancing leg, throw the kick, and then put it back down with control. Back and forth. All right. Starting with your right leg, Maigiri, front snap kick, alternating legs on each count. Right leg first. Ich. Lean away and kick. Good. Now lean to your right, kick with your left. Ni. Keep going. Sun. Chi. Go. Rup. Sich. Hach. Ku. Jo. Roundhouse kick, Mawashi Giri. Right from where you are, you want to lean even further to the side to have that balance. Right leg first. Ich. Lean away. Very nice. Ni. Sun. Chi. Go. Try to point those toes, whatever height you're going at. Rup. Sich. Hach. Ku. Jo. Very good. We're going to do the twisting side kick. So twisting side kick means we're starting here in Fudodachi. I don't want you to try and chamber right away up here. It's kind of silly. Bring your foot in front. Do this sweeping motion in front. Lift your chamber up to throw your side kick straight ahead. So right leg, Yoko Giri, side kick towards straight ahead. Swing your foot in front first. Ready? Ich. Swing in front. Lift up and fire. Good. Reset. Try not to do too much with the other foot. Like don't on this one. Let's not slide. Let's just lift and fire. Left leg swings in front. Ni. Swing in front. Very good. That's what I want to see. Good. Right leg. Sun. Yoko Giri, in case you're trying to still study the Japanese terms. Chi. And remember, if we have any white belts in the room, we might have a couple. Take your time. If you're not sure how the kick is, watch these 2 guys do it a couple times and then catch up. Chi. Go. Rup. Very nice. Sich. Hach. Ku. Jo. Okay, so we're gonna do something a little bit different. This is something that we've done in a couple of classes before. It helps when we do our more sophisticated kicks. It also helps for the people that are brand new. So what we're gonna do is before I start counting, we're gonna move on to hook kick, kakegiri. Before I start counting, I'm gonna give you guys 15 or 20 seconds. Practice the kick on your own. You guys are just gonna practice a couple hook kicks, feel it out a little bit for about 20 seconds. Those of you at home that are like, which one's hook kick? I don't remember. That's your chance to watch these guys and mimic, and then we're all going to count together in about 20 seconds. So begin. Warm up on your own, kakegiri, hook kick, and we'll do this with all these kicks. You can do one leg over and over, you can mix it up, and people at home, if you're not sure, the idea here is we're slapping with the bottom of the foot. The chamber and the body position looks very much like roundhouse, but the foot is hitting with the bottom instead of hitting with the top. We're slapping. Imagine the bottom of your foot is like the palm of your hand, hitting with that spot. Okay. All right, let's do it together. Fudodachi, everyone hands up. Same thing here. Adri, back up a little bit so you're closer to the gray mat. We're gonna, yep, Christian, you're fine. We are going to sweep our foot in front like side kick and then hook kick. So we're not doing the side kick. We're just sweeping our foot the same way in the last one. Kakegiri, hook kick. Right leg first. Ich. Very nice. Left leg, same thing. Ni. Right leg, sun. Chi. Go. Rup. Sich. Hach. Ku. Jo. Very good. Back up a little bit, Senpai Adri. And you can also move a little to your left, so you and Christian, you have lots of room. The camera's live all the way over to like the door. So we're now gonna do the same thing with Uchi Mawashi, inside crescent kick. You're gonna warm up on your own for about 20 seconds, and then we'll all do it together. Begin. Inside crescent kick, Uchi Mawashi. If you don't know the kick, watch these two guys here and mimic what you see. We're just warming our legs up for it, and then we'll do the count all together in about 10 more seconds. Warm yourselves up, but also more importantly for the newer students to get a chance to see it. Okay, let's do it together. Fudodachi, everyone. Hands up. So sometimes this feels like it's a little difficult to throw it from this kind of neutral position. Feel free to step back a little with the kicking leg and then wind it up. It's fine. Right leg first. Ready? Ich. If you can just lift and fire, just lift and fire. Left leg. Ni. Sun. Very nice. Chi. Do. Ruk. Sich. Hach. Ku. Jo. Same thing now, outside crescent kick, Soto Mawashi Giri. Go ahead, 20 seconds on your own, practice, begin. If you're not sure, watch these guys, good examples here of Soto Mawashi. So you might sometimes hear this kick referred to as axe kick. Axe kick's a little different. Axe kick, our goal is to drop your heel down to like the collarbone or the top of the head. Because of that, you've got to get the kick a lot higher. Soto Mawashi, outside crescent kick, is really hitting with the bottom of the foot, sweeping across. So you really only need to get, let's think it through, you got to get the bottom of your foot up to chin height. That's nowhere nearly as high as trying to drop the heel on someone's head. So let's give this a try on the count. Again, if you feel like you need to wind up, step a little back and then load it up. Hands up, Fudodachi, right leg first, ich. Yeah, so you notice both of them are doing a tiny step back and then throwing the kick, that's fine. Left leg, ni. Step back, load it up. Yeah, this kick needs a little wind up. Sun, because your upper body can't really set it up in the same way. Chi. Do. Left leg, Ruk. Sich. Hach. Ku. And Ju.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to go into two kicks that are going to involve turning. And so here's going to be the idea with this one. Whichever leg we're going to kick with, let's say I'm going to start with my right leg like we're doing all of them. We're going to do turning back kick. The other leg is going to set it up. I'm in the worst possible position right now to throw a back kick with my right leg. So from here, I'm going to take my left foot and I'm going to step it across on the diagonal. So I want you to imagine we've got these 2 points here. There's a third point off the end of my right foot. That's where I'm going to step my left foot. I'm going to whip my head around, and then I'm throwing this kick almost as though I'm throwing a side kick. That's all it is. When I go the other side, I'm going to imagine a point off my left leg. That's where I put my right foot. Whip the head around as soon as you can, and then same thing. Chamber lifts up like a side kick for our Yoshido Giri, our straight back kick. This is the version that I'm going to recommend everyone actually throws versus the kind of like classical, traditional Yoshido Giri where you kick straight behind you. I find this kick very weak and also just not super effective. Instead, it's a turning side kick, more so is our version of Yoshido Giri. So step across, step across, whip your head, and side kick. Starting with your right leg kicking, so that means your left leg moving. I'm sorry, let's actually spend 20 seconds just working on your straight back kick by yourself. Begin, go. On your own, any way you'd like. Notice how these two guys, after they throw the kick, they come back the way they came. You don't want to spin all the way through just because you're kind of demonstrating that you're stopping your momentum when you throw this kick. That makes it for sure that the kick goes straight. It doesn't spin around. It should hit differently. I want you guys to imagine that if I'm getting caught, go ahead, Christian, go again. If I'm getting caught, I should get knocked straight back. That's the force of the kick, is it's knocking me straight back. It is not, go throw a spin kick instead, either one. Boom, knocking me that way, sideways. That would be what would happen. Go ahead, throw the other one, right, boom. It would knock me sideways if you do a spin kick, like a spinning hook kick. But straight back, it's knocking back. All right, let's do it together. Sorry, everyone's getting super dizzy. Take a moment, catch your balance. Okay. Left leg steps across, so the right leg side kicks. Ready? Ich. Boom, very good. Reset. Other direction. Neat. Right leg steps across, so the left leg kicks. Okay, we're only going to do 8 of them because it's getting a little bit much. Sun. Very good. Chi. Eyes on the target. It'll also help with dizziness. Go. Rook. Sitch. And last one, hotch.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, shake it out. We're going to come back. We're not done. We're going to do a spin kick in a minute, but let me clear our head a little bit. So what we're going to do before spin kick is we're going to do a first jumping kick, right? So most jumping kicks, like if you can learn how to get a proper jump to get some height, then the kicks will be easier. If your jump is sloppy, your kick's never going to get good behind it. So we'll start with the most basic one that can be done one of two ways. It's our jumping front snap kick. So there's a two-legged jump and there's a single-legged jump. When you do a single-legged jump, what you do is you go up on one leg and you use the momentum from the other leg to leap off of the first leg. So you're really just leaping off of one foot, but the other leg helps. You end up kicking with the leg that you're jumping with. Let me show it. So this leg will both be jumping and kicking. So I lift this one. This is a classic Karate Kid crane kick where there's absolutely no reason to do this with your hands. But the leg comes up and then jump. Use the momentum of the second leg to get that extra bit of height. Jumping front snap kick. If we want to use a two-legged jump, then we simply squat and we jump off both feet. Sometimes people actually find that one harder. You think, oh, two legs are involved. It takes a little, you don't have much momentum built up. So here we jump and we throw the front snap kick off either leg. So you can do either one. The one where one leg kicks and the other leg jumps, or one where both of them jump and the other one kicks. So on your own, 15, 20 seconds, practice your jumping front snap kick. Again, at home, look around you, no accidents. Go. Very careful with it, obviously, Christian. If we're doing the one-legged jump, you lift one leg, use it for momentum. Yeah. Very nice. Okay, and time. We're only going to do 6 of them because they're tiring and a little risky. Let's all do it. Right leg first. If you're working around an injury and you don't want to jump off of a certain leg, then just do the one that you can do. Ready, itch. I'll give you plenty of time to reset. Knee. Very good. Sun. Couple more. Chi. Very good. Go. Last one, careful please. Rook.
Yeah.
Very good. Nare, come back. Good, shake it out. So last one we're going to do is return to our spin kick. Again, if anyone is overly dizzy, just go back to hook kick because that's going to be the exact same idea. You're here in that neutral stance, you step across just like, but now we whip around and we're going to throw it as a hook kick. You also can throw a spin kick as a spinning crescent kick as well, where we step across and the leg swings up exactly like inside crescent kick. But right now, let's try the hook kick variation of it. For some of you, that means you won't be able to get as high. You can alternate with the, I actually can't see any of you guys, so you guys can go do the crescent version all you want, and I won't know. But know that both options are there. So 20 seconds on your own, just practice a few spin kicks. Again, if you're dizzy, maybe do only 1 or 2 here. Begin, go. Yep. Senpai Adri, one time demonstrate the spinning crescent kick just so they see what I mean, but keep everything straight. Boom, yeah. So you'll notice here Senpai Christian is doing our spinning hook kick, the classic. Senpai Adri is doing more spinning crescent kick, right? You did both of those kicks earlier, so either one's available. Okay, let's do it together. Only gonna do 6, so don't get too dizzy. Hands up, Fudodachi. You're gonna kick with your right leg, so that means left foot steps across, spin and right leg kick. Ready, itch. Very nice. Now, right leg steps across, left leg kicks. Knee. Any version you want. Right leg kick. Sun. Chi. 2 more. Go. Very nice. And rook ki.
Yeah.
Very good. Nare. Down in your stomach, push-up position. 30 seconds, any style you'd like. Begin. And down. Any style of abdominal exercise, do something you didn't already do. Do something new. And down, stretch your legs. So just to slow the mind down, prepare ourselves for kata. We'll do a couple of basic katas to start. In 5 minutes, we'll take a 3-minute break at 7, and then we'll come back and do some more senior katas. So when we get, after the break, when we start doing some higher katas, Senpais Adri and Senpai Christian will alternate which one of them is doing a junior kata and which is doing a senior kata. Like one of them will be doing Pinan 1 while the other does Pinan 5. Pick one, follow that one, roughly based on rank. Kata, what I said before about that idea that you could kind of wait and copy, you can't really do that with kata. Because I can't see you guys, if you fall behind, I can't tell, I can't help you, I can't slow down the count, I can't do any of that. So be conservative. Pick a kata that you know you're going to have a good chance of getting right. Don't be too ambitious. Or if you're going to be ambitious, that's fine too, as long as you don't really care. If you don't care that halfway through you kind of lose count of the kata, I don't care that much, as long as most of the time you're getting in some real work. So go ahead and follow the harder kata, but don't beat yourself up if you can't keep up. Again, this is one spot, especially with Facebook versus Zoom, where I can't give you the feedback, and therefore we could blast right past you and I can't do anything about it. So let's stand up. Squeeze in 2 katas before the break. Yoi. Taikyoku kata number 1. We'll do it in the orientation we are, 90 degrees. So you still get a front view from Senpai Adri and a side view from Senpai Christian. Ready? Ich. Ni. Sun. Chi. Go. Rook. Sitch. Yep, you're good. Hotch.
Yeah.
Back leg turn. Coup. Watch the step here on the paper. Juke. Ich. Knee. We're going back up the middle. Sun. Chi. Go. Rook.
Yeah.
That actually looks really cool on camera. Sitch. Just passing each other in the night. Hatch. Coop. Juke.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Shake it up. Everybody, home and here, Moxo position. So before we do all of Sanshin Kata here, I think we can probably get it in before 7. We're going to also pay attention to how we yoi out of every Moxo Kata. So Sanshin Kata, so your eyes should be open. And the idea is that yoi, unlike nare at the end, should be symmetrical. So the arms are going to go up, the heels are going to go out, and then the toes are going to go out. Pay extra attention to the feet, if you can see them. Yoi. I actually do that again. That wasn't symmetrical. So heels up, and then both heels out. Go. Yeah, that's what I want to see. And then toes out to get a little wider. So the idea is at the end, you're going to step off to the side. But yoi from Moxo, we do it symmetrically. Sanshin Kata. Ich. Right leg, both hands. Left hand punch. Ni. Sun. Right hand punch, right hand block. All of it. Good. Good job with the fists wide and the elbows I've been working on. Go. Left hand punch under elbow. We're turning. Right leg steps across. Go. You at home can either turn away from the camera and just follow the instructions, or you can turn face the camera, and when we turn again, turn again. Go. Step. Left arm punch under right elbow. Turn. Go. Step and punch. Ich. 2 more punches. Knee. 1 more punch. Sun. Pull with both hands. Chi. Oh. Go. Rook. Sitch. Okay, 3-minute break. Anything you'd like, go ahead. If you can go lean out the window and shout, go ahead. If you want to just stretch out, go ahead. If you want to get some water, I won't know any better. It's fine. As you Christian, I'll see to it. Throw a pen at them. So we have gotten recently a lot of thank yous from a lot of parents and a lot of students for working hard to kind of create a pretty robust schedule of classes, both online and now starting this week, a couple classes in the park, and we'll grow that as it feels kind of politically feasible. And, you know, at some point we'll be able to have some socially distanced classes here in the dojo, and then hopefully at a certain point we'll kind of have all the reins off. And we've been getting a lot of appreciation, and we appreciate the appreciation. We thank you for reaching out and saying that to us. But what we'd like to say, Shion, Jennifer, and I, to all of you, is that, you know, we didn't do it in a vacuum, right? We didn't do this decision to kind of make sure we're going a lot, making sure everyone still has things happening just for ourselves. We did it because right out of the gate, the amount of support from all of you for us about, you know, we don't know how long this is going to last. We want to make sure the dojo's there when we come back. It just, the outpouring was so powerful. And so in our case, it wasn't even a matter of like, hey, this is how we save the dojo. It was like we had a debt to repay. Because everyone was so supportive of the dojo when this all started, we felt like we needed to keep it going, even if we didn't care for ourselves. And we do. We obviously want the dojo to continue for ourselves as our career. But it was almost as though like, well, we can't have people support us like that and then just say, oh, you know, we're not going to do anything until this is all done. Like everyone fair. No, like you guys want to train, we want to teach. You guys showed us all this support. We want to show support back. We're going to keep all of you guys moving. So yeah, it's a two-way street, as most healthy relationships are. You give, you take, we take. We're in a great place. Voice. Yoy. Let's get back to it. If you're at home, join us. Let's hit a couple more katas. Okay, so now we're going to do what I said before, where we're going to have one of them doing a junior kata and one doing a senior kata. Let's, Christian, why don't you turn and face this way now? And why don't you take a big step back? And now it's going to be a more challenge. It's going to be a bigger challenge for the black belts, but it'll help you guys hopefully at home. Whatever kata we do, they're going to do Migi Hachime, which means starting in the opposite direction. So they're now a mirror image. So for example, let's say they're both doing Kenshikai kata number 1. Both of you do Kenshikai number 1, just the first move, but to the right, itch. So for you guys at home, you'd be moving with your left leg to your left, but it should look like a mirror image of these guys. You know, hopefully we don't have some weird, you know, kind of combination of cameras making it so they actually look normal. All right, come back. And now both of you take a big step to your left. Gnome says hi. I say hi back to Gnome. Okay. And we'll now do what we just said. So, Christian Senpai, you're going to do Kenshikai kata number 1. Senpai Aji, you're going to do Kenshikai kata number 3, the green belt one. Inside block, slide, and reverse punch. So, Kenshikai's 1 and 3, respectively, which is a blue belt kata and a green belt kata, respectively. Pick whichever one you want. Yoi. They will be going to their right. You will be going to your left. Ich. Neat. Sun. Other way. 1 and 2 for Senpai Adri. Chi. 1 and 2 again. Face. Good. Both of them will get Umbarai. Go. Remember you're doing Migi Hachime. Rook. Sitch. Christian, slide back a little bit so you're visible. And Hach. Excellent.
Yeah.
Looking good. Everyone is stepping back. Ku. If you're doing Kenshikai 1, it's inside block. If you're doing Kenshikai 3, it's Shuto Gamenuchi. Ju. Everyone step back. If you're doing Kenshikai 1, it's middle outside block. If you're doing Kenshikai 3, it's knife hand strike to the collarbone. Ich. Good. These guys are going towards the mirrors. You guys are going to your left at home. Ni. You add a move. Either one. Kenshikai 1 or Kenshikai 3, either way, you add a move. Sun. Very nice, very sharp. Chi. And go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very nice. Nora. Good. Adjust, shake it out. So now, same idea, but this time Senpai Adri will be doing the junior kata, Senpai Krishna will be doing the senior kata. So Senpai Adri, Kenshikai kata number 2. Senpai Christian, Kenshikai kata number 4. Okay. They're both still going to their right. You guys at home will be mirror image going to your left. Kenshikai 2, the yellow belt kata, or Kenshikai 4, the brown belt kata, whichever one you want. Ready, itch. Wrist block. Okay. Yep. Step it in, stab. Knee. Shuto, Chuchi, Sun. Chi. Go. You should be okay. Rook. Yes. Right leg, Shuto Mwashi, Sitch. Kibarachi, Junsuki. Hach. You're doing Kenshikai 2, it's a face punch with a ki. You're doing Kenshikai 4, you've got 2 more steps forward. We're adding hammer fists on each count. 2. And then like before, Christian, slide back because that one spot is our blind spot on camera. And juke, if you're stepping back, it's just like Kenshikai 1.
Yep.
Inside block and then outside block. I'm suspicious that Azure did it backwards, but that's okay. And now he's going to step back upper block if you're doing Kenshikai 2. Hitch. And Christian's doing 3 punches, as are you if you're doing Kenshikai 4. So now Adri's going to go to his right. You guys at home are going to your left. Shuto Uchuchi, reverse punch. Knee. Thank you. Yeah. One more step. Sun. Good. Chi. And go. Everyone finishes strong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very nice. All right. Come on. Very good. All right. Shake it out. Everybody at home, white belt through black belt. We're all going to do regular direction Kenshikai kata number 5. So we're going to do this now a little different. So by Adri, take 5 big steps forward towards me and turn around. Okay. So now, and now take a big step to your right. Perfect. Okay. So now, you guys at home, it's as though you're virtually standing behind Senpai Adri. So you are mimicking his movements. If you can't see something because his back is shielding it, that's where you'll use Senpai Christian. You can look over and see the front of him. But the idea is that you are mimicking Senpai Adri because you are standing behind him. If you're a black belt and you know this kata, great. You can just do it. But you can also mimic him. Everyone is doing Kenshikai kata number 5. Big, slow, Shuto Mawashi to your left. Yoi first. I'm going to explain the whole kata, so you'll be fine, no matter if you're a white belt or a black belt. Big, slow Shuto motion. Itch. Good. Again, you should look like Senpai Adri in the same direction, same motions. If you need to see, like, oh, I don't know what Senpai Adri's right hand is doing, you can look over at Christian. You see it by his belly. Okay. Fast Shuto Mawashi. Go. Do that way for me there. Right hand elbow strike. Go. Right hand hammer fist. Go. Slide in. Don't step. Slide. Reverse punch. Very good. So those are the 2 moves on the left. We're now going to do 2 moves on the right. San. Big, slow Shuto Mawashi toward the red wall. Remember, you're mimicking Senpai Adri. Fast Shuto Mawashi. Cheat. Elbow strike. Hammer fist strike. Slide in reverse punch. Very good. Okay. So this is 1 count, but I'm going to break into a few pieces. Everyone retreat your legs to Masubarachi. Go. Hands to your left side. I'm sorry, to your right side. Your right side. Okay. Look down the middle. I'm sorry. Front snap kick the way you came from. Still looking that way. Now look down the middle. Side kick with back fist. Go. Reverse punch. So this idea of front snap kick, side kick, reverse punch, you're going to do 3 more times. Feet come together by stepping forward. Go. Right leg front kick. Right leg side kick on the diagonal. Reverse punch. 2 more of those. Sitch. 1, 2, 3. 1 more of those. Hach. 1, 2.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay. It's going to get a little complicated. Let's set this up before we do it. Right hand goes behind your head, Shuto position. Left hand goes under your armpit. Okay, arms are good. Your back foot, mimic Senpai Adri here, is going to go 180 degrees into the other direction. Look at that motion. Yes. Turn and Shuto. Go. Boom. Your right hand is out. Elbow your right hand with your left elbow. Go. As we do that, we start turning our stance into Kibarachi, horseback riding stance. Good. Hammer fist strike. Go. Block down. Reverse punch. Okay. 4 move Yunju Godo, Kibarachi. So If you're at home and you don't know what this looks like, and you turned around, you can turn and face the camera again, and this time copy Senpai Christian if you'd like. If you want to see the details, look at Senpai Adri because he's facing you. Ich. Punch up, back fist, block down, and punch. We're going to do a modified version of the 6th move. We'll do it together. Step in, go, uppercut, back fist, elbow, hammer fist, block down, reverse punch. Excellent. Okay. You're going to front snap kick straight ahead. Again, you might now be copying Senpai Christian if you're still facing the screen and you want to be able to see it. You'll copy Christian as far as the directionality. However, if you're doing this kata for real, you would have turned around, and therefore that's why Adri's facing us. Front snap kick, go. Step into our hook stance and elbow strike. You can see the details of it here with Senpai Adri, and you can see the broad strokes of it with Senpai Christian. Okay. We're going to over the top half Shutomawashi. Ich. So now everyone should be copying Senpai Adri because he is right in front of you facing forward. If you're not sure about the details, that's where you look at Christian. Push down with the left hand, stab with the right hand. Go. Step in. Yes. This would be a good example where the motion you copy Senpai Adri, but the details you look over at Christian. Big, slow Shutomawashi to recover. Go. Very nice. Front leg pulls back. Nore. Good. Down on your stomach, push up position. 30 seconds. Any style you'd like. Do something different. Begin. Nice. Good form, everyone. Nice. Andrew. And down, onto your back. Try to find a third exercise. Anything you'd like. Yep, that's a good option. If you're doing anything with your lower core, so leg raises, anything like that, push your lower back into the ground. Engage those abs. If you arc your lower back, it creates like this like counterlever angle that helps support your legs, but it's doing it structurally with your spine, and that's not great. You want your muscles to do the work. So get your spine out of the game. Put it flat on the ground and lift your legs up and down. And down. Everyone flat on your back. So after years of suffering from lower back pain, once I got past that, it's been great for a long time, knock on wood. But still I notice when I do a bunch of exercise and then I stop, I notice my lower back is a little bit tighter. And it's probably due to kind of a long-term fear of injuring myself, of having injured myself in the past. Take a moment here to notice whether or not some part of your body is tight. You're carrying tension that has nothing to do with the exercise you just did. So you just did a lot of kicks. Your hips might feel it, your legs might feel it, your core might feel it, but your shoulders probably shouldn't. Your chest probably shouldn't. Your lower back probably shouldn't. Let them go. It's easier said than done, I know. But notice it and realize that some of the soreness that you're feeling might not be because you overworked something, but might be because your body tightens up to protect yourself or out of habit, especially those of us that have been doing this for a long time. We want to start slowly unwinding those habits, and that's another thing that we can use this moment of stillness at the end of class to do. Slowly start to stand back up. And let's lie. Those at home, just stand up, stand straight. And shins on top. Nice. Courtesy here. Nice. Senpai Adri. Nice. Senpai Christian. Nice. Bow to the camera. Anyone, black belts at home, some eyes. Also, obviously the rest of the students as well. Feet together, hands together. Moxo. So you may, and no, already. Once again, very good. One of the things that, as a father to a person about to become a teenager, and many of you at home are parents, and obviously everyone was a child of a parent at some point. One of the things that you learn as you get there is one of the hardest parts of growing up is this idea that like many of the experiences you have or the thoughts you have, you're tempted to think you're the only person ever to feel that way, and so you feel out on an island by yourself when you feel any extreme way. And as you get older, you start realizing that so many of these feelings and so many of these sensations are universal, that everybody feels them. And I'll give you one that might be you think, I'm talking about grown-ups here, you might think is unique to you, but is totally not. It's one that I share as well, which is even when I'm doing something that I really enjoy, even when I'm doing a karate class or a jiu-jitsu class or a yoga class or anything like that, even when I'm like working on something that I'm enjoying, like something artistic or something creative or reading something or whatever, when we get to the end of it, I'm still like, good, it's the end, right? It's over. When I said, have you guys lay down here at the end, if you're doing a yoga class and like, time for Shavasana, whatever, you're at the end and you're like, good, we're at the end. That's not a sign of laziness. That's not a sign that you don't like the thing, right? Maybe you'll be in something you really enjoy, like a sparring or like rolling or something like that, or maybe you get to the end of it and you're like, I want to do a couple more katas. That's great too. That you're like, well, man, I wish I had more. But that feeling of like, good, we're at the end, it's fine. It's totally natural to feel that. You can simultaneously love something and be like, okay, like I'm done with that for this hour. I'm done with that for the moment. My body's tired, my mind's ready to go back. You can have, you could have like a new game you love at home, and like you came to class and halfway through class you're thinking like, man, I gotta get home and play my game. As long as you don't leave in the middle, as long as you get that workout in, and while you're doing it, you're mostly paying attention to it, that's fine, right? We're complicated creatures. We're allowed to have like slightly conflicting interests, as long as they don't, one doesn't totally dominate the other. Any more, then you should come in and train, and all you care about is getting better at karate, getting better at martial arts, and like you ignore everything else. And like you don't worry about this, you don't worry about that. That's not okay either, right? We want to be balanced. This is something my instructor, Section Oliver, used to talk about all the time. And this is someone who dedicated his life to karate, yet always spoke of balance, of trying to have balance in your life. He was a family man and a businessman and a teacher and a practitioner himself also, trying to do everything. Not do everything equally, you're not doing everything perfect. But be patient with yourself about that. Don't beat yourself up because you're like, oh man, we got to the end, and like I'm the only one. No, everyone in the room is like, okay, we're done. So with that, we're done. Enjoy dinner, whatever you're doing next. See you guys later in the week. Os, keep moving. Os.